Hi, I'm Angela with the Emotional Health Collective. Some things stay with you forever. Not because they were said loudly, not because they were said often, but because they were said by the person who was supposed to love you most. When I was very young, my mother would tell me, "You were an accident." She did not say it gently. She did not say it as a joke. It was said as a fact, as if my existence itself was a mistake that never should have happened. I had a sister who was 4 years older than me, and I had a twin brother who was 7 minutes older than me. My mother would say, "I wanted a little girl. I got her. I wanted a little boy. I got him." And then, as she once put it, "Then all of a sudden, you were there." That was how she explained it to me. And in that moment, everything made sense. The unfairness, the distance, the way she treated my brother and sister with warmth, patience, and affection, while treating me like I did not belong. I was not loved the same way. I was not protected the same way. I was not spoken to the same way. I was criticized, teased, belittled, sometimes openly, sometimes quietly, sometimes with words that cut, sometimes with silence that hurt just as much. My sister joined in, and my twin brother was sometimes more compassionate, but even he was eventually pulled into it, talked into being unkind, talked into treating me the way my mother did. One day, during an argument, my mother told me something else. She said that if it had not been for my grandmother, she would have left me at the hospital and put me up for adoption. She said my grandmother talked her out of it. And as painful as it is to say this out loud, there were times later in my life when I wished my grandmother had not stopped her. Because at least then, maybe I would have grown up in a family that wanted me, a family that chose me, a family that loved me without conditions. Instead, I grew up feeling like I was a stranger in my own home, like I was tolerated, not cherished, like my presence was something to endure, not celebrate. My father was never cruel to me. He never verbally abused me, but he also never stopped it. When I went to him for help, he would say, "I just want there to be peace. Go apologize to your mother." Even when it was not my fault, even when I was the one being hurt. And that silence taught me something too, that being kind is not the same as being protective, and that love without action does not always feel like love at all. The one person who truly loved me was my grandmother. She saw me. She defended me. She was gentle with me. And my mother resented that deeply. She would mock it. "Oh, grandma's favorite," she would say, as if being loved was something shameful. When my grandmother passed away, I felt completely alone in the world. And then, not long after, I met my husband. I was only 17, but for the first time since my grandmother, I experienced what it felt like to be loved without explanation, without comparison, without being made to feel like a burden. Life became safer, kinder, more stable. Years later, I tried to stay connected to my family because they were my family, because that is what you are taught to do. But the verbal abuse never stopped. And eventually, I reached a point where I understood something very clearly. Enough was enough, so I left, and I never went back. My parents went to their graves without ever seeing me again or hearing from me again. And that truth holds two emotions at the same time. There was relief, and there was grief. Relief from the abuse. Grief for a family I never truly had. And here is the moral of this story. Being rejected by your family does not mean you are unlovable. It means the people who were supposed to love you were unable or unwilling to do so. And that failure belongs to them, not to you. If this story resonates with you, know this: you are not broken. You were wounded. And love that comes later in life is still real. It still counts, and it can still heal. even if it took far too long to arrive. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications.